I'm standing in the tool aisle at Home Depot, and there's a drill on this shelf that shouldn't exist. Not because it's bad, because of who made it. This is a RIDGID tool, and the company that owns RIDGID also owns Ryobi, which means Home Depot just put two of its own brands in a fight against each other, on the same aisle, for the same customer. Let's go. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly why this new line launched right now, what's actually in the box, and whether it's smart to grab one before prices move, or whether Ryobi still wins this fight where it actually counts. Stick around because the reason this launch even makes sense is a lot stranger than it looks on the shelf. Quick housekeeping before we get into it. If you want links to anything I show today, they're in the description and the pinned comment, and if you're watching on TV, the QR code takes you right to my site. Now here's what you need to know. This July, RIDGID rolled out a brand new subcompact 18-volt lineup exclusive to Home Depot. 7 tools, 8 bundle configurations. RIDGID is calling it the next evolution of subcompact power tools. And RIDGID isn't some random off-brand you've never heard of. It's Home Depot's house brand, manufactured under license by Tektronix Industries. TTI, the same company behind Milwaukee, the same company behind Ryobi. So before we even open the box, you already know this story isn't as simple as one brand taking a shot at another. Let's start with what's actually in the box, because that's where this gets interesting. The headline piece is an 18-volt brushless drill and driver, and it's reportedly priced north of $250 for the kit, battery, charger, and case included. There's also an oil pulse impact driver in the lineup, expected around $169. That's real money for something marketed as subcompact, so the whole pitch has to be that these tools punch above their size. Smaller bodies, brushless motors, enough torque that you're not sacrificing power just to get a smaller grip in your hand. That solves the first problem every cordless buyer runs into. Do I need the full-size version of this tool? Or can I get away with something smaller that still finishes the job on a Saturday afternoon? RIDGID is betting you can get away with smaller. Now think about who that's actually built for. It's not aimed at a contractor running a job site all week, chewing through decking screws and framing lumber. It's aimed at the guy or the gal with a garage shop, building shelves on the weekend, hanging a door, maybe assembling furniture, who doesn't want a full-size hammer drill taking up half the toolbox. That subcompact category has quietly become one of the most competitive corners of the entire cordless market, because it's where the actual volume is. Most people buying a drill this year aren't framing houses. They're doing exactly what I do most weekends in this shop. But solving that problem creates a brand new one, because now you've got a compact 18-volt system sitting one aisle away from Ryobi's own compact lineup in the same store at a similar price point. Home Depot didn't just add a new option to the shelf, it added a direct competitor to one of its own best sellers. And that's not a small decision for a retailer to make. Shelf space is limited, marketing budget is limited, and every dollar spent pushing RIDGID is a dollar that isn't pushing Ryobi. So somebody at Home Depot, or somebody a level above Home Depot, decided this trade-off was worth making. That alone should make you pay attention. And this is where it stops being a cool new tool story and starts being a real strategy question. Because RIDGID isn't chasing DeWalt here, and it isn't chasing Bosch either. Remember, red belongs to Milwaukee, yellow belongs to DeWalt, blue is Bosch. RIDGID's orange is aimed squarely at Ryobi's ONE+ platform, the exact same battery ecosystem millions of DIYers already own and already trust. And if you're already 3 or 4 Ryobi batteries deep in your garage, why would you even glance at this new orange lineup? That's the real risk RIDGID is taking here. A brand new platform means brand new batteries, and most people don't want to start a second battery ecosystem from scratch just to save a few dollars on one drill kit. So on paper, this launch should struggle right out of the gate. A subcompact tool nobody was asking for, competing against a battery system people are already loyal to and already invested hundreds of dollars into. Think about how much money is sitting in driveways and garages right now in Ryobi batteries alone. That kind of loyalty usually isn't worth fighting head-on, not with a brand new platform that has zero track record. Except that's not quite the full picture, because the company launching this brand new tool and the company it's supposedly trying to beat aren't actually competitors at all. Not even close. Here's the part most people scrolling past this display on the shelf don't realize. Tektronix Industries doesn't just manufacture RIDGID under license from Emerson Electric. TTI owns Milwaukee outright. TTI owns Ryobi outright. So when you read that RIDGID is launching a tool to take on Ryobi and Milwaukee, what's actually happening is one single parent company launching a tool to compete with two of its own brands in the exact same store at the exact same time. This isn't really RIDGID versus Ryobi at all. It's TTI making absolutely sure that no matter which color you grab off that shelf, orange, lime green, or red, the same company gets paid at the register either way. That completely reframes this whole launch. It's not really a threat to Ryobi's spot on the shelf. It's TTI quietly testing whether a cheaper, house brand exclusive platform can pull budget-conscious buyers away from name brand pricing without losing a single dollar out of the building in the process. From the outside, it looks like competition. From the inside, it's closer to a company betting against itself just to see which version wins, knowing it collects the winnings no matter what. And honestly, that's a smarter play than it sounds. If a shopper walks in wanting to save money and picks RIDGID over Ryobi, TTI still gets paid. If that same shopper trusts the name brand more and grabs the Ryobi kit instead, TTI still gets paid. The only way TTI actually loses anything here is if that shopper walks out the door and buys a DeWalt or a Milwaukee kit made by somebody else entirely. So this whole launch isn't really about beating Ryobi. It's about making sure Home Depot's shelf keeps every dollar in the family, no matter which box goes in the cart. So here's where that leaves you, standing in that aisle with your own decision to make. If you're not locked into any battery platform yet, RIDGID's subcompact line is genuinely worth a look. You get a lifetime service agreement tied directly to Home Depot, a brushless motor doing the work, and a price point that undercuts most name brand combo kits sitting right next to it. If you're already deep into Ryobi's ONE+ batteries, this isn't really a reason to jump ship. You'd just be buying into a second ecosystem owned by the exact same parent company anyway, which is money spent for no real upgrade in loyalty or convenience. And if you've been watching prices closely because of everything happening with tariffs this year, a fresh house brand launch like this one is usually priced aggressively to be competitive right out of the gate before any of those cost increases get fully baked into the shelf price. That timing alone might be the smartest reason to grab one now instead of waiting. The real lesson here isn't really about RIDGID or Ryobi specifically. It's that almost every rivalry you see on that tool aisle is a lot friendlier behind the scenes than it ever looks from where you're standing with your cart. Before you pick a color because you think you're picking a side, it's worth checking who actually owns it. You might be surprised how often the answer is the exact same company either way. If this helped you make sense of what's really going on at Home Depot right now, hit that subscribe button because there's a lot more of this coming. And if you want to see which cordless platform is actually worth building your entire shop around from scratch, click the video right there and I'll walk you through it. Get you the big old virtual fist bump. Thanks for watching.